your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes. And all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. It's so funny. Dominique leaves. I mean, she knows we have a radio show, right? She just left. Dominique Hackett. Anybody know where she went? No? It's all right because Steve Stokes is in the house. That's all that I care about. Steve Stokes, athletic director. Okay, we have to. I can say whatever. What? Don't be doing that whispering noise. Anybody ever listen to those whispering tapes? I swear to God, I think there's people. First of all, I thought there was spirits in the house. Anybody listen to tapes before they go to bed? I listen to tapes every night before. I'm an Audible person, so I listen to Audible books. Ava just nods every time I talk. Ava, keep nodding. Ava, I love you. I mean, you're the funniest person. Ava Burford's in the house, my teen queen, Junior.
It's good to be here.
I swear I love you. You kill me.
I love you.
You're really the funniest person. Stand-up comedy is going to be your thing. If you just don't,
Thanks.
I don't want, Daddy, Mommy, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. You just sit there and talk. You're so funny.
My sister always says I could do that.
You could just be you.
Thank you.
You don't need to write anything down. Just stand up. Just talk.
Thank you.
Anybody else think she's funny? I know you think she's funny. I don't. You used to be a comedian.
The look on her face.
She's saying you're not funny now.
Just because I whisper doesn't mean you have to be cruel and inaccurate. I am, and I always will be. I plan on doing a tape for my funeral so that I don't lay there like a lox. I'll have 10 minutes on tape. God forbid I shouldn't get the last word, literally.
Always remember to tag out
Terri
that tape
Cooper is
and
in
be
the house
sure
today,
to tip
ladies
your
and
waiters and waitresses on your
Family
way out.
and marriage therapist. She was very funny. No, seriously. How's your summer so far? Good?
Wow, I just got out of school a week ago. It's been good. I have cheer practice now every single day, starting work. Just around the house. My sister came back from Loyola Marymount, so it's been really nice to be a family unit again with everyone. So it's been pretty good.
What school are you?
I'm at Santa Barbara High School right now.
Santa Barbara High. I know somebody who's with, I think it's San Marcos on the cheer team.
Oh, nice.
She says they work so hard. Do you guys work hard? Because the way they described it, they just practice every weekend and they practice all the time. And
we have 3-hour practices Monday through Thursday, all the summer. And then we have cheer camp. And once, we have a little break, which is for all the girls who participate in fiestas, and they have to do all those shows. Then after that, I think we have practice from 8 to 3 for the last 3 weeks of summer, which will be so fun.
She's a senior.
Well, this past year, CIF made competitive cheer a CIF sport. Do you participate in the competitive cheerleading team too, or does Santa Barbara High have one?
We do. It's called Stunt, and I've been the captain of it for the past 2 years.
You don't have to be the captain of it. Come on.
Stop it
now. It's really fun. It's different than normal cheer because you don't have to smile, you don't have to wear makeup, so that appeals to a lot more girls. You just have to be tight and sharp and know how to do the specific counts. But it's really fun. It's a totally different atmosphere, and I really love that because everyone just I feel gets more united after the craziness and drama of football season versus okay, this is what specifically you have to do in competition. But all around, it's really fun sport. I really like it.
Yeah,
thanks.
Cool.
So I think if you guys have to do hair and makeup in order to do cheer, I think the football players should have to do hair and makeup as well. I mean, it's more and more equitable these days, and I think it's only fair.
Exactly.
And they should have to wear short skirts and carry pom-poms right on the footballs. Don't you agree, Ava?
We had this powder puff,
as long as they wear shoulder pads.
We had this little we had this little thing at our school recently. It's called Powder Puff, where all the girls play football, and then some of the football players cheer. So we all taught them how to do stunts, and it was really funny. But they did it. It was really cool. So it's kind of a swapping thing.
So this stunt thing has it expanded the sport? Because I would think that the idea is now. I mean, is every slot the same? Every position the same?
we have the added component of tumbling, so that draws a lot of gymnasts who don't really want to do the dancing part of it. So they could only participate in like all the tumbling section because it's split up into 3 sections. So I guess we get like more like 5 or 6 girls like for competition versus cheer season as a whole.
Are cheers co-ed now?
Yes, but not competition cheer. Stunt. That's just girls.
And I have a question. If somebody was interested in getting into cheering when they first started school, do they have to have some kind of experience of it or capability beforehand, or do they learn it as they cheer? I mean, how do they begin the education to be able to qualify to try out for being a cheerleader?
My freshman year, it was a little more, I would say, difficult to make the team since we only had a JV and a varsity team. So on 7th and 8th grade, I would go to tumbling with my sister and learn how to get my splits and then do like the jumps and certain gymnastics things, but I'm not a gymnast. But it gave me a little background for them when I try out, when I tried out, I knew the motions and stuff. But now that we've incorporated a freshman team, we it's a little easier for the newer girls who absolutely don't know anything. But we offer 2 weeks of cheer. I'm blanking on the word, but just where we can teach them every single thing that they
Cheering
need for
101.
exactly, for the tryouts, so they're not going into it not knowing anything.
I'll Google. I mean, I've never seen it. Okay, I hate to say that.
That's okay.
It's done. So when you say tumblers, so are you adding a component of trampolines?
No, we're just adding that's like back handsprings, back flips, like the gymnast
those little
component.
mini trampolines? That is so cool.
That would be awesome.
Can you add it? Can you just do it and see if it's a violation? Oh, Santa Barbara High School violation! No,
I don't know.
Cool if you did that.
That'd be so awesome.
That's what people lift, throw them in the air, right?
Yeah.
See if they buried it because they're little. You see them. They're little minis.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, somebody throws up 15 feet. How'd they do that?
Serious hops.
Santa Barbara High School. They flag them.
Yeah.
How would you know?
I don't know. That'd be really interesting.
Just try it.
I think we should.
You can put springs, those slinky things? Remember slinkies? Stick them on the bottom of your feet.
No, but those little mini tramps, they're so tiny. You ever see them? They're little springs.
Those are awesome. I love trampolines.
Whatever. We learned it here.
They have trampoline gyms now.
I know. It's they're tiny little things. And Santa Barbara, they have them all over the place.
Yeah. There's a place, Girls Inc., where a bunch of girls practice to better their tumbling skills. And there's a line, and it's just a big trampoline where the girls learn how to do their jumps better, because a big struggle most people have is not jumping high enough, so they can't get their legs up. But with the spring of the trampoline, your jumps are amazing. But that's only when my jumps are amazing, because I get the extra boost.
Yeah. Do you have any? We talked about this a couple weeks ago when you were here. So you're seniors, so you're thinking about where you want to go. Do you want to join your sister, or?
I don't think my sister wants me to join her, but we're both super interested in different fields. She's really into screenwriting and filmmaking, and I'm interested more in broadcast journalism or being, radio show.
That's it.
But, or being a agent for someone in the music industry. So I'm primarily looking at schools in Los Angeles like Chapman, Loyola, UCLA, which Laura goes to, and I need to talk to her about. Laura's amazing. Then Berkeley, UT Austin, just a couple,
All are really good schools, by the way, as I'm
she'll get in all of them.
Thank
She's
you.
awesome.
Oh gosh, thanks.
Definitely.
No, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
my
put it
mom
out
is too. We were talking about this.
What do you do with your pom-poms when your career of cheerleading is over?
Oh God, I have a closet full of really sweaty, gross ones. So they're kind of all just in a bag.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. That's an image I'll treasure always when I think of you.
No, it's so gross. It's so gross. Because your hands get so sweaty because they're so hot, and there's no little breathable holes, and you're holding them like this the whole game. So it's just
we'll
sweat
make paper
juices.
out of them.
Yeah, Dominique should just hang my old pom-poms, and then that'd be awesome.
Not back yet. Seriously, we got to go find. I'm going to take a little break, but I got to talk to. I love this one right over here. I mean, seriously, I can't even look at it. I'm going to cry. Anna Coronado. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Bishop grad. She
I know,
finished.
just graduated.
Oh my God.
I still don't believe it yet.
I can't even
I'm
look
still
at
convinced
you.
I'm going back to Bishop next year.
Coached her in basketball when she was just like, a laser.
Eighth,
she's
seventh
my
grade,
little,
probably.
I don't know, sniper.
Yeah.
When I needed her, she just, did what she needed. And then she was athlete of the year. And
That was my favorite. Except I fouled out like every single game.
I don't care.
So I feel bad about
she's
that.
the dominator. I just need you to do this. Okay.
I know.
She's just
I didn't know
awesome.
how to like play basketball
Yeah.
and then also use like soccer, but not be like too physical. It was an adjustment, but it was
shut her
fine.
down. That's it. She will not score. Okay, that's it. They don't really call fouls in girls basketball. I found that out. You know
a lot
that.
of jump balls, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. And she can make free throws. That's all that mattered.
If you can shoot and make free throws.
That's it. She's tall, as you could see.
Oh, I used
For
to
girls.
Be.
Yeah,
I
she
stopped
was just
growing.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
stopped growing and I'm so bummed.
But she was awesome. I mean, can you imagine this in 8th grade? That's all you need.
I was like this same height. 4 years ago, I was literally this tall. I
looked
sprouted
at her
early
and
and
I'm
then just
like,
stopped.
Dominator. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, this is when you do the unveil. Where are you going to college?
TCU. Christian, yes.
Okay, we'll be really fast because I got the shorty sign a long time ago. Here, we have a gift. Open it up.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
Little graduation gift, huh?
I love it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Okay, read away.
It's a lovely picture with the rose petals that Dominique, she was explaining it to me a little bit.
Took a long time.
And
to
it
make
has like quotes all along it. Should I read this one by Oprah Winfrey? I know for sure that what we dwell on is who we become. That one's great. It's very pretty.
There's one of them that I picked out. Go ahead.
Which one is that? Should I read all of
You'll figure out. Okay. Read away.
it? The Michael Jordan one? Should I read that?
Probably.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan.
Woo! I love that one. That's a good one. Okay, there's more.
Okay. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. That one's good.
Thank you.
I like that one. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford.
Yeah, I like that one too.
We use that one a lot with our basketball guys.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
These are all good.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
actually never heard these, surprisingly.
See, we figured that out.
I know, they're all
old
very
school.
unique. Yes, I like them. I'm surprised I haven't heard the Oprah one. That was pretty good.
Yeah. We have a little card, and you don't have. You could open that and break.
I'll open that during
Okay,
the break.
that's it.
I love this, though. Thank you. This is going up in my dorm in TCU, for
I know.
sure.
That's it. And then what we'll do is, I'm sure you have some news. Athletic director and everything's moving forward. We'll get to that after break.
We've got some stuff, yeah.
I know, and then you have a great guest. All right?
do. We do.
And Dave Goss is definitely in the house, so we're going to let everybody fill up their coffee. And Dr. D's got so many amazing commercials that he's going to be launching the whole summer. And Dr. D, we're going to give you a hand right now because we love you. All these commercials are for all the lovely people in town that support. Oh my God, you're funny. We're going to take a break. This is Erica Salda.
So my humor is not funny, but my singing is hysterical.
No, you're just we love you. We're going to take a little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday. All right, give me some news. We got a lot of news going on because you've been dormant for like 3 months. So
I've been dormant for a little while.
Hiding. So we got some exciting news.
We do.
Yes.
We do. Where should I start?
Start with the school.
Start with the school.
Everyone's like asking me, and I'm like, I don't know. Every time he says he's going to be at the show, he hides. I don't know. He doesn't want to. It's news.
I would never hide from you.
Not hiding, but you can't say. So you're going to say right now.
Yeah. Providence.
Yes.
We absorbed El Montecito School.
Woo!
We've merged.
Blessing.
We've merged, not absorbed. We've merged with El Montecito School.
Why am I the only one? That's just one clap.
Yeah.
Thank you. Clapping.
And so our lower campus is now doubled.
Wow.
In size. Preschool through 6th grade. El Montecito School has had a great preschool and lower campus program. And,
nice.
Yeah, our lower campus, and we'll join with them at San Roque next year. And our upper campus, which has been off of Cannon Perdido, will move over to where our lower campus is now, off of Modoc.
Wow.
And it'll be a beautiful new upgrade in campus, and it's a big thing for both schools, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay, now the new school was still moving forward. The biggest school, are you breaking ground on that, or
The one in Goleta?
Yes.
No longer. That's not happening anymore. So
Okay.
we have our permanent campus now.
Okay.
And that's the where we'll be on Modoc next year.
Okay.
So how many
Modoc.
students go to both schools now?
Let me see. We have 78 in the high school. We had got, I'm trying to do the math here. We have somewhere along the lines of 60 in the middle school, so that's 138 on the upper campus. Lower campus, Coach, what do you think? About the same, 136 or so? Yeah.
Yep.
Dave Goss here has a son, Micah Goss, on the lower campus, and
His last day today.
last day today, he's going to join us on the upper campus next year.
That's right.
That's right. Gets to join his big brother.
Yep.
Now so this Modoc, that used to be that's the Santa Barbara. That's where was it Santa Barbara Christian? No.
Yes. Santa
Yes,
Barbara
it was
Christian
Santa Barbara
there.
Christian.
Okay, I remember because they had the best summer school program because my oldest son Jojo used to be there. Mm-hmm. They had a really good summer school there. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to go to Santa Barbara Christian to participate in the summer school.
That's right.
Which was really, really good. So my youngest went there, and it was an outstanding program. Actually, it was so good I almost switched schools. It was just kind of, I hate to say it, it was kind of pricey. I'm just saying.
Yep.
But it was good. I almost pulled the trigger. I didn't, though.
What could have been?
I know, really. Coulda.
It must be
So
nice
what is
for
the-
students? I'm sorry, I didn't.
No.
speak
Jump
over you.
on in.
I'm from a big cities, and so I'm used to so many students. You never know everybody, and you walk through the halls, and they're strangers. It must be a nice feeling to have a school that's small enough that you really are literally growing up with a community of kids that you know. Mm-hmm. I think that would be lovely.
Yeah, I had the same problem when I was in high school. I remember, since we have a graduate that just graduated, I remember on the day I graduated, there were people that I saw for the very first time that I had gone to school with for 4 years. I'm a graduating class of like 800 kids.
There you go.
You know, and
yeah.
if I could go back and have a say in my education, I would have gone to a school like Providenc. Small class sizes, you get individual attention. I think,
and the
these
teachers
kids grow
know
up.
you. They know
They do.
you. You have a personal relationship with your teacher versus class after class that the teacher has every day with 40 different students. Every hour on the hour. So that has to be nice too, to have that kind of fostering through that whole program.
It is, and I think, with our basketball team this year, we had a unique situation where we had 5 seniors and 5 freshmen. And just, that it's unusual to see that, and just to watch the seniors interact with the freshmen. I think the way that they handled that situation wouldn't have happened anywhere else. And they were great leaders to those freshmen, and kind of showing them how to run things when they're gone. And I think we're in good hands now because of that. So.
That's lovely.
Yeah, there's the relationships that get built, on our
Leads
campus.
to mentoring.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it trickles from the top. So, it's just kudos to you.
I think we have a lot of great coaches and great people on our campus, including this guy right here.
So you shifted because before you were behind, because I got to think this through. So upper campus, lower campus. So you have it up. You have a gym and everything. So you're all in house now, right?
We do not have a gym yet.
Okay. Are you building one?
We're still we practice at St. Mary's Seminary, which it's an incredible facility to get to practice. And then our home games are typically at Westmont or Santa Barbara City College when Westmont's not available. Not bad options for gyms.
Absolutely.
They're all incredible. But the plan, I think, would be at some point down the line to have a gym on our campus. But the timetable on when that happens, is not set in stone yet. What's that?
You have the room to build one?
Yeah, I think we're planning on making that work somehow. So yeah, that's kind of in the plan. But for right now, for the foreseeable future, we'll still have St. Mary's and Westmont and Santa Barbara City College, and
all good news.
They take good care of us.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. So your capacity, how many kids do you have? 9 through 12 right now?
9 through 12, we had 78 this year.
Okay, so for the next 5 years, of course, you want to get bigger. So
of course, yeah. Want to continue to grow, and I think, where I was when I first became a basketball coach 4 years ago at Providence. I remember my sister and brother, who have lived in Santa Barbara for 10 years at that point, had never heard of the school. And just in the 4 years that I've been there, I think there's a lot of people know Providence. It's recognizable now, and just to see that growth in the past 4 years, I think gives me good hope for what the next 4 years are going to hold, and I think it's just going to continue to grow.
Is it a private school?
It is. Private Christian school.
Private Christian school.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I had not heard of it either, but then again, I hadn't heard of most high schools.
It's a great day to be a patriot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Isn't that adorable?
If I got it,
Look at her. Seriously. That's what we love about Teen Sports Radio. We love everybody, right?
That's right.
We do. Right. We love it.
So do you play the other schools in sports? I mean, do you interact with the other high schools?
Yeah. And we're actually changing leagues. This past year was our last year in our former league. We're now going to be joining the same league as schools like Bishop and Kate and Thatcher and Laguna's coming with us. So yeah, it should be. I think it's going to be a really good thing for our school to have a step up competitively. I think more students will want to come out and participate in those programs. Yeah. I just think it's going to be a great thing for our school and our athletic programs all together.
It's exciting to have things to look forward to, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And do you participate in an overseas program?
We're working on being able to accept international students. Something that we're working on right now.
Nice.
Oh, that would be great.
And I could say on behalf of parents and some of the coaches there at Providence that we've seen Steve Stokes just do such an outstanding job. That as you can say, there's a trade-off, right? With the smaller school, you have limitations in the programs you can offer, and so to we started off really with having a strong theater arts and the choral program. That was part of the that side of things. Theater arts and the chorale, led by Rebecca Hodson, was really strong, but they didn't have much in the way of athletics to begin with, and that takes some time to build up, and Steve has just done a great job of building the programs up to try to have, be competitive with schools like Bishop and Laguna and Cade and Thatcher. So
well, you could be all the Patriots you want, but you're 70 people. I'm just saying, not that, you could be a Spartan, you got to change your name to be Spartacus. Just saying.
We play schools that are much bigger than us.
You're crushing it. I get you.
Yeah, we do well. And Dave Goss, we talked about some of the coaches. Dave Goss is
Dave.
legend.
Of course, definitely, yeah, he is.
Yeah, and our best season that our girls volleyball program ever had was when he was leading the way, and we're fortunate to get him back leading our girls volleyball program and get him back. When we're joining a new league, and I think it's that program's going to take off under his leadership. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if I was a parent, I'd be following. I'm like, get up now. That's because I was that kind of mom. Definitely. I'd be Googling, best coach. Oh, I didn't. You definitely follow.
Local legend, Stanford legend.
Yeah.
He's just won a tournament, right?
Yeah.
Beach tournament, yeah.
I was playing with a good partner, Marcelo Duarte. There's another local legend. But we're really looking forward to this year. I have a young woman, I remember, who was a freshman. She played on our varsity team as a freshman, Maggie Coffin, outstanding young lady. And it's almost like I feel like we have some unfinished business. She's just got such a good work ethic, and that's what I love. I'm sure, and you've coached so much, and when you see a young athlete who's hungry to practice, and they get that look in their eye, like, say, I'm ready to work. That just gets you. It couldn't be more excited about coaching kids than when you see that look in their eye, like, I'm ready to put in the work, and that's what makes it all fun.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't even try to walk on to that team, I will be just like, just try. Just walk on. Don't let anything annoy you. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen?
Nothing.
I just won't get it, and then I'll do clever something.
Say, well, at least you won't be 40 and say you'll wonder.
I won't regret it. Yeah, definitely.
Long Beach State was ranked 3rd in the country Man, I didn't have anything to lose. I mean, and I redshirted. So what? I made the team. You know what I mean? I redshirted. I didn't care. I was third in the country. You know what I'm saying?
That's impressive.
I mean, who knew?
Yeah.
Westmont, I never played soccer in my life. Walk-on MVP. Hello.
Really?
Yes.
Look at
I was a
you.
keeper. You know? I mean, what's a goalie? Whatever. I was a catcher. I mean, you know, I was just like, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, stop
Keepers
the
are
ball.
important, though. I mean,
I was a wolf, you know? Stop the ball. I mean, that's not going to get by me.
Yeah.
I mean, in training, I worked out with the boys first. You know, I just had to tape these 2 digits and these 2 digits. They would break my fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I did. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely want soccer to be part of my life.
Do the Vulcan peace greeting now?
There you go, girlfriend.
Oh, you do.
I'm so not from this planet.
had no
You have to be careful who you
idea.
say that to, because that messes people up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. That's amazing. I had no idea.
Exactly.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
The Vulcan. Your ears are getting pointier even as you speak.
He took a tour on Saturn. You know what I'm saying?
That's impressive.
That's it.
Vulcan.
Saturn.
Vulcan.
Saturn. That's why I have those spinners. I just look at it.
Oh, that. Yeah. What did I do with mine? Did you
I
give me
don't know.
one?
I have 1,000 of them at home, different colors.
Okay.
That's it.
Team
All right.
sports,
Okay.
Star Trek.
That's it.
What's next?
Yeah. We got to take a break. See,
go.
smushy. We're not paying attention to the smushy sign. All right, let's talk at break. It's Erica Salda. Check out these messages. Be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
All right, Dave. So I know this is, you don't want to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That's like a curse. So, girls volleyball. I mean, unprecedented. Anytime you walk on a girls volleyball court, but I know, nobody likes to talk about it. So, because when you have a name, it's kind of like a brand. Because if I see you, I'm like, throw your clothes. That's it. This is where we're gonna go. So, do you want to make any? Because I know fun. You just have a way of just making it fun, and I think right, girls and having fun, and especially girls, because if girls having fun, they just It's just part of it.
Key.
I mean, ladies, you can attest to it too, because I could 2 teen athletes here throw the Anna. If you're having a good time, doesn't it help? I mean,
Oh,
totally.
yeah. I think so.
I mean, Anna, we had a good time.
We did. We had a great time.
We crushed it, and we had a good time.
Yeah, because it definitely...
Yeah.
Oh,
She's a sniper. Okay.
that make it more easy.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's the one
I
thing
think-
about girls, versus guys. I mean, guys, I blended cards, crush it. Girls, make them laugh and have a good time. I mean, they will do anything for you.
Yeah, it makes you want to come back and play more for sure.
They work so hard. I think the loyalty on ladies is just like they'll bleed. Boys, blender cards. It's so easy. I found the formula instantly.
You can see where the priorities lie.
Yes,
there,
blender cards, boys.
Blender cards.
Laugh, girls.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have a great time when me and my friends, at least on like my club soccer team mainly, when we're all having fun. It's just we're playing well and we're doing great, and everyone's having a great time.
Right.
We pick
the
each other up.
molecules just like unite with girls when they're fun, and they'll just do anything for you. So.
That is so true. And the other aspect that I appreciate is there needs to be a social time set in to girls volleyball practice. So you've got to have some time where the girls just need to bond. They just need to talk and say, this is good, this is sacred time, this is important time. So the girls are building friendship over just talking. So having a little more time for stretch and warm up, for chit chat and stuff, and then to make it fun. Absolutely right. And I mean, we've got a sports craze society, and you've seen those examples of coaches and parents going just overboard to, it causes all of us to enjoy the experience less than we should, and can be downright abusive at times. So
You know, the thing that I remember about when your season, the first time that you were at Providence, the difference between, you know, seasons prior to when you were there and then your first season as our girls volleyball coach, just the energy that the girls had on the court, you know, the competitive fire that they had. You can see, like, I know your personality, like you saw that come out in the girls, and they were having a lot of fun, and I think it translates, you know, into success on the court as well.
Yeah, hopefully we can just sustain that, and everyone's having a good time. You have to win enough to keep you coming back. You know, it can be darn right depressing if you lose every game, but still, you can still manage to have fun.
Absolutely.
And I hope we can try to achieve that. And then, you know, trying to represent our families and our school well, and our Lord as a Christian school is important, and all those things. So
we're lucky to have you, Coach.
How do you coach differently with boys? You coach. How would you do it differently?
You know, it's with boys, I want to develop some hunger in them, and so I think you've got to tap into some of their adrenaline and their macho-ness. I do coach-on-ones with boys. And you can tell a lot with a coach-on-one. Let me tell you what is 10 seconds, what's a coach-on-one. Coaches, he takes up and he hammers that ball at that player. Only one on the whole court. They have to get 10 digs, and you're hitting as hard as you can. And some of them might bounce right off their forehead. But they get in there tight, and they say, all right, if you see how a kid can respond to a coach-on-one, if they say, I want this, I'm willing to dive, I'm willing to skin up my knees, I'm willing to draw a little blood here, then you've got them. Because now all of a sudden now girls don't respond quite the same way. Some do, but with guys, you just need to kind of get in their pride a little bit. That's my experience. You have to tap into those carnal juices in some respect to get that fire out of a guy. If not, if they're just like kind of going through the motion, I've seen a lot of guys do that in athletics. They go through the motions, and boy, if you got someone just in robot mode, no fun. You got to tap into something deeper than that with a guy, I think. Yeah. What do you think, Coach? You've been doing this a long time.
I agree. No, I agree. It's two different things, you know, and you know, our girls basketball team, you know, goes through this sometimes too. They have, you know, one coach that's, you know, is kind of gets the relational part that you've talked about, but then they also have, you know, another coach on their staff that, you know, brings out like the competitiveness side of them. So I definitely think that's really important. But for the guys, those guys like to compete, they like to get after it, and you know, you need to kind of welcome that into your program.
I don't know if I've ever met a championship team that didn't have some element of that.
I agree. Yeah, got to have some dog in you in a guy sport.
I agree.
Got to have a dog in the game? Is that how you say it? Dog in the race?
Yeah.
Dog in you.
It's always nice, you know, bringing the best out of a child, but always setting limits, because you always want to bring out the best but there's a limit. You know,
of course.
You got to walk that line.
Exactly. There's a line, you know. So, hey, let's take a break. It's Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
Wow, Dominique left, Anna left, but, you know, we have Ava. She laughs.
And we have chopped liver over here.
No, we have Dr. Energy.
That's right.
She my queen.
The comedian.
That's it. She's so funny.
I am far more than that.
She's my. You know, I'm going to need you. Reiki master, right?
Yeah.
Good. I need some Reiki.
Yeah.
Book me.
I'd wear a lot of hats.
I know, and I really do need some Reiki. And I'm
I need a bigger closet.
No, she said. What do you say? I'm the gap master.
I did?
Yeah, so that means one of my chakras is wide open, so we need to close another one to open.
We need to close yes, we do.
I know. We have to do something.
You're perfect the way you are, my queen.
Oh. So. No, I do really need Reiki. Seriously.
Shall we discuss this more on Teen Sports Radio? Okay.
No, but I do need Reiki. I'm introducing the world that you're a Reiki master.
I am.
Explain. I'm not familiar with this practice.
She's
with
a
Reiki?
Genius.
Reiki, yeah. What is
I'm
Reiki?
hardly a genius.
You're really good. She freezes me.
freezes.
Well, it doesn't, not literally, but I'm on the table and she has this like, you know, Mr. Miyagi? Dun. Well, she doesn't actually do that, but
Wax on, wax
she's
off.
kind of like that.
I have waxed Erica many times.
No, she moves this.
Reiki is a form of healing, and it follows a discipline that's an Asian discipline, and you get there's the master and a teacher, and you get your transference of energy, download of energy, and after that, after you've taken your hours of training, then you're able to do laying on of hands at will, and hopefully make somebody feel more relaxed, more comfortable, and sometimes
I actually fall asleep.
I hope that's what that was.
No, actually, you do. You knock me out for at least 15 minutes.
Wow.
She passes out.
Well, it's a lovely thing, and it's not hard to learn, and it's a lovely thing to be able to do, especially if you the kind of work that you guys do. You know, you've got people doing a lot of physical things, and sometimes they've got soreness. It would be lovely to have availability of a Reiki healer available to you to come in and work on sore spots. You know, work on smoothing out the muscles.
Yeah, we certainly, with our basketball team this year, I mean, we went through that, all the aches and pains, and,
That's right.
you know, there was, you got to understand the balance, especially in season on, you know, light days, and to kind of give their body rest. Otherwise, you know, there's definitely days where you're going to get more out of rest than anything you could have done in practice.
You know, both of you coaches were talking about with boys and how you want to get them energized and mobilized and competitive. And do you ever find that the boys are less likely to say they're hurting? Less likely to talk about that than maybe the girls will?
Sure.
So that you may not know that there's some limitations because they're trying to power through them? And how do you handle that? Do you encourage that stoicism, or do you encourage them to talk about what they might need to feel good enough to really play 100%?
I think the nature of boys is to try and play through that. We actually experienced this with a few of our guys again this year. You see a guy play enough, you know when he's not right, and so like if it was in practice, hey, you know, take a seat, come back whenever you're ready, because they will want to be the hero. They want to be able to play through those things, you know, but at what cost? You know, and so I think you got to kind of know each player's body mechanics, and, you know, if a guy's, you know, left knee is hurting and he's, you know, overcompensating and, you know, can't do certain things, you know, in a practice or in a game, I think it's best for him to step out even though he wants to try and play through it.
It's nice to know that you do that, because I imagine there must be coaches who just say, tough it out.
I had a coach in high school that did that. Absolutely. Yeah. And
then these people wind up
that happened because of it.
20, 30 years later with chronic arthritis,
hip replacement,
knees, and
hip replacements.
You know, things that if they had been attended to at the time wouldn't have developed. So
they gave me a bag of ice. I thought that was very generous. No, I'm serious. What? That's what I got, a bag of ice.
A bag of ice.
I did. Okay. What?
I think we're trending in the right direction in that. I think that they're finding it's, you know, sports medicine has come a long way, and the ways that we do things like weight training. I remember when even in college, they had us going in there to weight train, and that we were lifting the same way the football team was.
That's right.
And we were doing cleans and heavy Olympic type lifting, and we got big, but that was not the kind of lifting that a volleyball players, people who get more specialized skills, that, you know, we needed to be using a whole different set of type of exercise, strength training things than we did. So I think people are coming along the whole across the board. We're making lots of development in that way.
I'm glad.
What does the strength and conditioning look like for cheerleading?
Oh, well,
there you go.
Our coach for the past 2 years is actually the head of the athletic training department. So we've started to incorporate more weight training and running. And my freshman year, we had this intensive coach that was one of those coaches that if you got like a black eye, you were supposed to go through like push through it, even though it's kind of dangerous. Anyways, our coach now is like really cautious of, again, people's injuries and how to train them, because we do get a lot of concussions. But in the summer, it's more intensive because we're preparing for football season. So last year we did weights for like an hour and a half twice a week. And it was like, because football has longer practices than us, so it was their workout, but just cut in half time-wise. And then me and like 5 other girls would always go before practice and do the whole football workout, just to like better ourselves. But I'm not sure if we're doing weights this year because our whole stadium's getting redone, so I don't know what we have access to on campus to practice with. But I know we're doing running, and I'm not really sure actually for this summer, but usually we try to incorporate weights and running and other other athletic activities that we can just like sets and ripples of stuff that we can go through at practice.
It's just so expanded. It's just great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so nice. I mean, plus, YouTube, they have everything. They have right at their fingers.
Like, I gotta say, cheer, going into it, I was like, oh, like, this is gonna be easy. Like, all I do is, like, stand there and look pretty, but it's, like, not. Like, we actually
stand there and look pretty.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Like, we really train, and I think that's what, like, a lot of people, like, have a misconception with. But it's pretty cool. I like it. We do a lot of stuff all over the board.
Nice. Do people still think of cheerleaders as just pretty faces with pom-poms?
Yeah.
Because you guys really are athletes. And you train hard.
I definitely get stereotyped a lot. And, I am at the top of my class. Like, I'm ranked number 1 out of my whole class. But still people think I'm... really not smart because I am a cheerleader. So, I don't know. Well, stereotypes, but, you gotta go through them.
Runner-up.
You just show them that's not true. That's all.
And then runner-up teen star the last 2 years in a row. So
thanks.
There you go. I'm sorry I had to put that in there.
No. She was like my mom.
I'm sorry. I'll go on. But I will go on with the rest of her resume at break. Okay. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
And I'm sure we all will hold hands on this. With the cleanup still not over in Montecito, so want to do a little shout out for the Bucket Brigade, because I know a lot of West Monsters are out there, and there's still, it could take years. To do the cleanup. So had a lot of friends drop off stuff to Unity. So I know every single school is still participating. I know Bishop is doing a lot of stuff. I'm sure Providence. I mean, we're all, our hearts are still out there for those. I did a first time ever drive-by. It's taken me until now because because you hear the stories, and I own an insurance agency, and I have had clients so affected, but there's still houses that still haven't even been addressed. So Teen Sports Radio, and just want to send out a lot of love, and there's a lot of people out there that still want everybody to know that we still love you, and we understand what's going on for you all out there. And anything that I've shut down all donations and every single penny for me personally. Dominique and I have Santa Barbara Wellness, our nonprofit, ePro, everything. Every dollar that I donate is local now. I'm not doing anything outside. So shut it all down. Everything is going to Santa Barbara. So
there's also the invisible damage.
Yeah,
I have friends who've went through the fire and the flood like everybody.
Right.
But they also were evacuated, many, many people, over and over again. And they are still traumatized by it. Perhaps their home didn't have a bit of damage.
Right.
But the idea of being woken up and saying, you've got to get out now, and the packing and the unpacking and the cleaning, I mean, it goes on and on. And so there is the invisible trauma that we also have to address for people who have literally been through through this major calamity, emotionally as well as physically.
And just thank all those people that help people. You know, I mean, I know of a lot of friends that actually housed people for, 6-8 weeks.
And that's the lovely part of it, that we
beautiful.
get to help when we can.
Definitely. So,
Our community is just so resilient and really unified, and I just appreciate everyone being so supportive, being part of that collective group that keeps having to evacuate every single time. It's not going to end. Our trees aren't going to grow back in a year. It's still going to happen for the next couple of years. And when I go off to college, my family's still going to have to evacuate. But the hills are looking greener. Everyone is, it's summer's coming. Everyone's in a positive space, and I think this community is more resilient than ever.
We are resourceful and resilient. God bless Santa Barbara.
But this is one of those things, when you look back on your life, Ava, you were rocked.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I still remember, vividly. I think I had a test that week. Mom was like, oh my gosh, we're evacuating. She was crying. And I was like, why are you crying? We always evacuate from our old house, because we evacuated literally every single fire that one 10 years ago period. Or no. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what to expect, but we're getting through it.
Right. Well, when you came in here that day and you said to us, well, we're okay, we're alive, I had no idea where you lived.
Yeah.
And, we remember that show, we all bawled. And, because we're not TV, we're radio. And that was,
no one can see the makeup.
I'll never forget that show as long as I live. California. Yeah, we're in California, but we're actually in Santa Barbara, the greatest city in the whole world. Santa Barbara, be kind. We love all of you. See you next week. God bless.